Hey there, JJ here, founder over at Media Authentic, and I just wanted to run through a report system looks like for our clients, right? We work with clients as a partner to handle their measurement needs. That comes down to strategy of data collection, tactics of being able to make sure that they're hitting all of their KPIs in the best possible way, and ultimately visualizing it in a way that makes sense. So behind me, you'll see a report, right? We've got our actual business right here broken down in front of you. And I'm going to show you how this works right after I give you a quick run through of the actual structure behind it. So in order for this system to work, we have to have a few things. In general, this is the base level. There are levels above this, but in general, this is how it works. We use Google Tag Manager to collect data, but there's both custom data in the sense of custom events, custom data strategy, custom structures, custom dimensions, lots of nuanced things that we tie directly to your business. Then we have that getting sent data into the Google Analytics 4 structure. So we use GA4 as the measurement tool to collect that data. We then send that from GA4 into BigQuery using the free link. All right, nothing special here. It's just using the out-of-the-box link. The only cost here is hosting that data in BigQuery. Okay, then there is the custom analysis layer that is layered on top of BigQuery. This can range anywhere from like $100 to $300 a month usually for us to be able to make sure we have the structure in place for this custom analysis. And then lastly, we connect Looker Studio to those custom analysis, so that way you have the best level of reporting possible at every step of your user's journey, okay? So basically everything is now centered off of this BigQuery table, and now you are able to do really fun things of adding in ad spend or any type of other information that you might have on top of your browser-based information. I know. Pretty cool, right? So here is our business. This is what we have. We run several businesses through this exact structure. So here we can select any individual one and drill down pretty much instantaneously into a specific vertical if need be. If you are e-commerce, imagine you have a specific product line, or if you have a specific landing page analysis that you want to do, we make sure that that's easy to find at your fingertips and take action. So here we can see the number of sessions and lead impressions, number of leads generated, the actual conversion rate. So these are our KPIs for our business. We will map these KPIs to your business. So depending on what the strategy is that we're implementing, we can then say, hey, this would be the most important leading, lagging, and every other type of metric that you might need. The piece that people don't often think about here is how do you want to break that data down by? So here we have our business, right? All the different lead magnets that we are currently running at the same time. We have the conversion rates, the number of volume of leads generated, as well as the volume of people who saw the leads, right? The opportunity to become a lead. So here we can sort by any type of which way. So we can sort by volume of lead, we can sort by the conversion rate, right? So some of these have higher and lower conversion rates, and then we can isolate any individual one. So if we find that one is outperforming or lower performing, we can come here, click on this, and then we can see that visual broken down right behind me there. And so then you can see here broken down by the sources, and then ultimately broken down by the week down here. And we can always go down into day or up into month, okay? So we want to make sure that each of these charts answers a question, right? That's the goal. So in order for us to do that, we have to make sure the strategy on the data collection front is rock solid. So that way we can slice and dice this in ways that we don't break anything. Because it's very easy for us to do something and then it might not work in the future. So we want to make sure that that is future-proofing your measurement setup. What we are able to do then is add in any type of metrics that you want to. So here's a high level, but then maybe you want to add in more custom metrics here. We can easily add those in, right? This is all pulling from GA4. So if anyone tells you it's not possible, it actually is. Maybe you want to dive into landing pages. So here we have the actual number of landing pages, where they are, how they are performing in the sense of our KPIs. So a landing page is tied to a session. So what we want to do is want to make sure that those sessions are achieving our desired outcomes. And so you can simply come in here, say, I want to see just our Google traffic. Let's just isolate that. Now we're looking at just Google traffic. How are we doing as lead gen? Are we up or are we down? Are we able to dive into our specific landing pages? Which ones are overperforming, underperforming? Maybe we want to isolate just one of those. And hey, this is the outcomes of that individual page. So again, super interactable is what we want. And then you can simply come down here and say, okay, here's how we're doing day by day. Let's look at week by week. Maybe we want to look at month by month. Open the date range up further. So I say, hey, how have we been doing trended over a longer period of time? Oh, we're doing good. We're on the up and up, and Google is giving us the blades of glory. Then you can come down here and say, how monthly are we doing? Okay, our conversion rate is the solid number. We're like, hey, not going in the right direction, but our lead volume is doing quite well, okay? So then if you wanted to dive into a specific page, say for example, you were like, hey, let's look at our top performing page. What's happening when it comes to our traffic? Okay, icons, let's just see this page right here. If I click on that page, it will open up a new tab for us, and we are able to dive into anything in particular. So here is that individual page. We are then able to see a preview of that on the page, the number of unique page views, the actual page views, and then we can see the device category breakdown, the scroll depth, and then every single link they clicked on right behind my head there. If you wanted to dive into something more nuanced, right, the text they clicked on, just hit the down arrow, and now we can see what they clicked on as a text. On this page, lots of URLs, so lots of text there. Then we can look at funnels. So say you want to look at a more visual person. Here's every single funnel that we have and how it's performing over time. And here's that exact same idea broken down by the traffic source. So if you wanted to dive into just Google traffic, you can isolate this, and now you're looking at the funnels and say, is anything off? You can also do the opposite way. So I want to see just this template idea. How are we doing? Oh, hey, YouTube's up, direct's up. Maybe we need to be looking at how to optimize that. The next thing, we can look at our weekly and monthly breakdown. So if you are a weekly kind of KPI person, you can look at this on a weekly basis, have your KPIs at your fingertips, get back to marketing, drill in where you need to. The one thing that people really seem to like is our monthly roundups. So all of the KPIs that you have, right? Add to carts, maybe it's initiate checkout, maybe you've got lead gen, sessions. There's a lot of different opportunities here for those KPIs. Here, we tie those to months. So you can see how a lot of numbers are doing over time, if anything needs to be made aware of, or if anything needs to be tweaked, right? Then if you say, for example, have some ad spend, you're like, hey, how are we doing on our ad spend? What's the ROAS? What's the lead? Let's maybe break it down by platform. Here is, we have everything here broken down by month to start off with. And then you can simply drill into day. So if you're like saying, hey, how are we doing as an organization by day? Like here is how you can see how much ad spend, the return on ad spend, and then you can change the date. Maybe you want to look at the last 180 days by default, but maybe you wanted to look at just the last 30 days here. All you have to do is type that in. Now we're looking at the last 30 days. Hey, we're not doing as good. Maybe we need to drill into one particular platform like Facebook. Oh, right, that's what Facebook looks like. Our ROAS not looking too hot, folks. Then we look at Google. Oh, hey, we're doing better. Return on ad spend, actual spend is down, leads are down, but revenue is doing better. So maybe we shifted our strategies there. So that is the name of things. You can find this link on this page or in the description down below if you're over on YouTube. Get in contact if this is something that you need in your organization. We work with companies doing usually $5 to $10 million plus, upwards into hundreds of millions of dollars that are able to use this, take action, and get back to marketing. All right, I'll see you guys.